if you had a choice, would you choose a lifetime partner or would you choose a lifelong friend?
Friend.
Okay, so if arete between nal partner na le yona none.
Tricky. Okay, Kira.
Who would you choose? Like, if you had to choose, because I've and this is the thing about where our friendship stems from and how strong it is. I have chosen love over my friends. I've chosen for 3 years, for good 3 years, I stopped talking to Mankwe. Because my partner was not comfortable with the relationship Mankwe and I had. So, in retrospect, I always say I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I should not have chosen love over my friends. Because honestly, that relationship is done and dusted. Aisalio and Mankwe remained. And I've realized that if I were to weigh up a life partner and a friendship, and although those things bring you different things, different joy, different love, I'd choose Mankwe. I'd choose my friends. I would choose my friends. Ships and dips with Petla and Sharol. Petla is not well, so we wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully Mankwe doesn't think that this is his show. We're talking about friendships today. What is friendship? Let's start there.
Yeah. For me, friendship is brotherhood, sisterhood. Someone I can rely on, someone I can touch, someone I can, someone who I believe in, someone who I see as a sister. Somebody I adore, somebody I'll do anything for. That's a friend for me. Somebody I want to grow with. So that's how I see friendship.
How do you pick your friends?
How do I pick my friends? If I vibe with you.
Okay.
If I vibe with you, very, very, very important.
So that's what makes you decide whether or not you're going to be friends with someone.
Yeah, I leave behavior. Behavior counts a lot. If I can rely on you, if you talk shit about other niggas, what do you do? How do you hold yourself? How do you present yourself? How do you treat other people? Do you respect yourself? Do you take care of yourself? Do you have goals? Are you a great guy to be around with? Can I trust you? Can you trust me? Yeah. That's how I pick my friends.
That's true. I agree. I think friends are the family that you choose.
Yeah.
Friends are the people that you allow into your circle because you trust them, because they are people that help you grow, because they are people that allow you to be a better version of yourself. Sure. They call you to order, you account to your friends. I think more than you would account to your family because you spend most of your time with your friends. Yeah. So I found that, especially with us, our friendship is 20 odd years old. Yeah. Yeah, we've been friends for the longest time. And it started when we were young. Yeah. I found it's much easier to navigate friendships when you start them at a young age. In adulthood, making friends becomes more difficult because people are now fully fledged human beings. They know what they want, what they don't want, and they don't easily adapt to other people. So even with us, I think that it would be difficult for us to form a friendship at this stage had we met now, because we're alike, but we're very different. And sometimes when people are alike and different, they can't bend to each other's needs. Sure.
For me, I look at there's people that I grew up with. I thought they would be my life for the rest of my life. There's boys that I used to call my best friend and stuff like that. But as time goes and we go, we see the difference that we have. Back then I used to have boys who we did everything together. I saw them as a brother, and people started changing. And I've understood that's growth from them. But on my personal, I don't think I've changed. And going back to friendship that's why I don't mess with a lot of guys. People need to be aware. Like guys, for me, guys drop to compete. So you find out when you're a teenager, you're best friends with someone, and you find out they want everything that you have. I've experienced that. And when the first time when a female told me that, do you know that your boy competes with you? Everything you have, they want, or or they're not really, really happy.
Is it competition, or is it someone who looks up to you, is inspired by what you do, and they want to then learn from you and do better or be like you?
No. I say it's straight up competition. There's people who just hate you for what you have, how you grow up, where you live, how you get dressed, how you communicate with other people, how other people love you. So I don't think it's I inspire them. If I inspire them, they should become close and ask me, okay, how do you do it, or learn from me. But to find out that mostly they talk shit about you behind your back. You know what I mean? When you know I was like, fuck that nigga. And that time they're your boy. You know what I mean? Or things change when niggas start, what's a pastellanian and niggas thinking they're better than you. You know, so it flop a hole, and I think a lot of people need to learn from that way. The friends you think you've got, especially when you're young, doesn't mean necessarily you're gonna stay, be friends with for the rest of your life. You know.
If you had a choice, would you choose a lifetime partner, or would you choose a lifelong friend?
Friend.
Okay, so if between null partner and yona none.
Tricky. Okay, Kira.
Who would you choose? Like if yes, if you had to choose, because I've and this is the thing about where our friendship stems from and how strong it is. I have chosen love over my friends. I've chosen for 3 years, for good 3 years, I stopped talking to Mankwe. Because my partner was not comfortable with the relationship Mankwe and I had. So, in retrospect, I always say I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I should not have chosen love over my friends. Because honestly, that relationship is done and dusted. I saw Leo, and Mankwe remained loyal, very loyal to me. Mankwe is very loyal to me. And I've realized that if I were to weigh up a life partner and a friendship, and although those things bring you different things, different joy, different love, I'd choose Mankwe. I'd choose my friends. I would choose my friends. And that becomes difficult when you do bring a partner in, because then it's like they need to compete.
Imagine telling your partner that.
Yeah, because it means you need to come. They need to now come into the circle that is fully fledged. They need to compete for your attention, for your time, for your love. But it's about striking a balance, and I've always thought it's about, and that's what I've learned. Cutting you out of my life for 3 years was not a balance. There was no balance to that.
That's when I got up to mischief.
Yes, and so, cutting you out of my life was not balanced. You need to strike a balance when you bring someone into a circle as strong as the circle that we have. You need to remind your partner that they matter to you just as much as your friends do, because you're trying to build something new. It's very difficult coming into something that's already 20 years of build.
Yeah.
It's difficult. So yes, I understand what you mean about the girls, but partners, we need to be very conscious of the partners that we bring and bringing them into the circle, aligning them with us.
Yeah, that's why I get to know them.
Yeah.
Before what is, so I understand or listen. But how significant they are to me.
Yeah.
I mean, can you take it or you can't take it? I told you, I always mind just people who still, text me. I text you in the group the other day. Some still say we could have worked, but problem.
Get chum chow. We could have worked just
and it's quite a lot. I miss that. I miss that in a good woman. That they just don't. If I was hitting on you and you've got a friendship like this, would you be cool with it? See, 90% of women are not cool with that. Yeah, I always felt like I should be getting married to somebody who I'm friends with. I think it would be easier. You know what I mean?
But I also think it's about us adapting. I mean, it's difficult for me to adapt to Mankwe having girlfriends. It is very difficult for me. And sometimes I come off as...
a bitch.
Sometimes I come off as unpleasant. It's unpleasant, Mankwe, not that word. Unpleasant, right? I do. I come off as unpleasant, but it's because I want for him only the best. Only the best. I want him to be able to bring someone into the circle that is going to help him and that he's going to help build the future that they want. Right? And as soon as I identify that may not possibly be it, I'm like, you have
a question there when you talk about guys, male and female being friends.
Yeah.
Because that for a lot of people, it's a no-no.
It's puzzles them.
Steve have actually said that. I'm like, Steve, there is no way. Steve actually says a guy is waiting for a girl to slip up. So well, my thoughts, man. That is ridiculous. I hate that thought.
I hate that as
well.
I
really hate that. I can't be hitting every woman that I know. So it can't happen.
People find it hard to like actually Mankwe. I'm like, no, spit on the floor. Never. Because Mankwe is my brother. This it's so I don't understand this thing of why males and females can't be friends. I don't know where that comes from.
Because most niggas are weak, fella. Yeah, like I do understand now, but some guys are waiting for a chance to hit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But why I got Galata, fella. He's gonna wanna hit. But you should be comfortable enough to know this will never ever happen.
Yeah.
With a friend, and actually discuss, and it's gonna be, if you're really friends, it's gonna be those situations where it almost happened, you know. I think that, funny enough, has never ever happened to us.
Yeah.
It will never happen.
Because
I always say to Nakizadi hit.
Oh, Johnny hit anything. The bimbo told you jangs come papela when.
And yeah, I think first, if you don't look, you could be attractive. You know, if you are attractive, I could like, okay, my friend is hot. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, try to if not, wow. Wow.
Excuse me.
But look, okay, guys, you know, I'm still busy with guys, but your friend, you. Anyway, so I don't, and I think very guys don't. There's a lot of guys where they would really hit everything, and I'm not that nigga. I've really got friends female friends that I will never ever sleep with. But I don't see them that way. They could be gorgeous. I can't, because I really can't be.
We are gorgeous, and it just doesn't see us like that, and that's okay. We appreciate it, and also we want to have genuine friendships with males where we know we are safe.
Yeah.
Right. So if you say you're my friend, and in the back of your mind, where now you just want to hit, how will I be comfortable around you? How do I feel safe around you? I'm not. So with Mankwe. We're so comfortable, guys. It's disgusting, but
no. You guys tend to push it. You guys tend to push it. Let me get out of it. Let me go smoke. No, but because you know, right? Okay, cool. We really, and we've had those situations.
Yeah, we have.
It's like, you know what I mean? But you guys know, no, I'm your boy, and that's where it stops. You know, but a lot of niggas, probably they want to hit, and that's them. And I feel like those niggas, who don't have options. The one you're hitting. You know what I mean? And I remember I said this, because guys were so cool to get some.
Yeah.
You know, guys who fit out weeks and weeks without getting ass. When I could put this ass, parcel and serious. I don't find one. And chicks are not clever. That's my own fan of parcel. You know what I mean? So when a guy has a relationship with a girl, you know what I mean? More sharp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're a guy and you get this all the time, you know what I mean? You and I could be friends. You know, if I don't want it from you, I don't want it from you.
Yeah.
I'm hitting other people, not you. So unfortunately, I think it's niggas who are not getting some, you know, or who's just fucking perverts. You know what I mean? For me, I'm like, don't you have a relationship with your sister?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't you have a cousin? Or you don't know about cousins or friend? No, man, that's disgusting.
Relationships and partners, and how do you navigate bringing a partner into the friendships that you have?
You know that one was a big one. Okay, cool. So let's explain to women do it. So best believe, I was not allowed to bring any of my partners in my crew for years. And I understood the reason, because I used to tend to change partners. They still don't understand. In order to find the one, you have to go through a lot. So I wasn't allowed, and the reasoning makes sense. You know, I know my friends very well. You know, like very, very well. So, and I respect them at the same time. So, bringing a partner to them was a bit tricky. Despite I like them or not, I can know sometimes it's actually shock about. You know what I mean? And you know, I can't say useless, but I've introduced it to girls now. I'm like, my boy used to date that. Yeah. You know. And I was saying that when you guys weren't allowing me to bring girls around, it's because of the spaces that we were in. You know what I mean? And to tell instead, I don't really, to be honest, I don't like bringing my partners around. I don't even like going out like driver with my partner. No, I feel like my partner can learn. If there's two of us, there's two of us. Because we don't disturb and no one I get somewhere. Not to me, it's like about 500.
Okay, but you've recently introduced a partner into our group. So how is that working for you? How has it been? How do you think it should be done? Because it's a lot to expect someone to come into a circle that's already fully fledged. That person usually feels out of place. How do you introduce your partner to your friends and make them feel comfortable and make everyone feel comfortable?
Well, firstly, I did mention about them. to you guys first. Like, listen, guys, I'm seeing somebody. I really, really do like them. You know what I mean? And I didn't ask for permission for you to come through.
Yeah.
But I briefed them before. Oh, listen. Oh, yeah, come back to us all. It's very grand. It's not a you know what I mean? So, like, I wouldn't bring a wretched chick. Similar to music, we would have said, or what? No more. There's girls who can embarrass you.
Yes.
Because I know we don't do stupid shit. You know, so I briefed them first. It's very trendy, and I understand the type of people you hang out with. You know,
Moving straight back to bringing someone into our circle or a circle of friends, your thoughts on your friends not liking your partner?
Oh yeah, you guys never like anyone, you know, and it's fine. That's at least moody. It's my man. But
don't you think that sets us up to fail from the beginning? So if you already tell someone,
I'm sorry, no, I don't put it that way. All I'm saying, all I pretty much say, look, they are characters. You know what I mean? They're not the weakest woman. They're just full of character. You know what I mean? I'm giving you a heads up. You know what I mean? That they might like how other girls treat other girls. You know. Girls don't like each other in general. The difference is now I'm bringing someone in my circle. What I'm saying is like, look, just observe and stuff. And with you, I say that's my best friend. So we don't pizza a million because give a bill. So what's it? Oh, because we don't pizza a million. She comes to write it like wait away, you know. So it's
wow.
But hotel and all that. No, I'm just saying. Oh, my best friend don't pizza a million. You know what I mean? Just to make you share okay.
We have known each other, the group particularly, from high school. And we've all developed differently career-wise. We've all developed differently personally. So, and a lot of friendships are broken down by this friends that do better than you. I was discussing how do you navigate having friends that are doing better than you, and better than you in terms of how society views their success, better than you in terms of how much money they're making, in terms of the things that they have, the possessions that they have. How do friendships survive that difference?
It's a good thing that we talk about ours. Like you say, we all from different. We don't even end the same. It's because we got that brother and sister love. You know what I mean? I see issue more than. And I don't recognize but whatever you can do for me, chances I will do for you. Just because maybe I cannot know. You know what I mean? And we're not friends for that capacity. That's all. Because we all know, Hori, we're capable of doing stuff for each other. You know what I mean? If we all multimillionaires, we all that stuff. But that's how our friendship is.
And I also think the friendship is based so much more on who we are. The fundamentals, what we've built the friendship on has nothing to do with money. It's about our family values. It's about what we wish for ourselves, and also the fact that we genuinely help each other towards achieving what we want. We hold each other accountable. I mean, that's what our vision boards were about. They were about setting goals for ourselves and holding each other accountable for not reaching those goals. And that's why success amongst us may be different, but we celebrate it because we want to see each other get better. We want all of us to be in a position where you are as successful as you want to be. So I think that's where the difference is.
With our friendship, man, that's why we celebrate almost every time we get together. Because we're blessed with that. It's like, I don't know, like nobody's hating first and foremost.
No.
Nobody thinks they're better than anyone else.
No.
Even though we know, more than all, or we all know, okay, who could buy him 10 million rent house now? One could do it. I mean, but we don't. If we want Henny, we're drinking Henny. Nobody's like, no guys, I'm bigger than you guys. Even if the ones who are more successful, who come into our thing, we treat them the same. Like no one is better than anyone. And I think more we should be thankful of the characters that we are. You know, because we always got. I'm too weak. We don't do weak people. Because you understand. Some people don't even understand that. For example, people who want to keep you know what I mean? So if you're out and I say, my friend, I'm out, I don't have ish, and you know what I drink, you're like, Chumek, not reserve, I'll buy you reserve. It's no big deal. If I see you calling me that I want lunch, I've got the money on me, I'm paying you lunch. That's friendship. You yeah, I paid more for you and all that shit that is irrelevant to us.
Yeah.
I mean, babang hey, nakin guy, we don't guy. And that's for me. That's not friendship. If I can buy you a polo, I can buy you a polo. You know what I mean? So, and some people understand because of the background about like people, hey, but and people telling him, you don't get it doing something for someone, you know, we're not those type of friends. Do you know what I mean? I'd say now, if a multi-millionaire, you could have my credit card, spend as much as you want.
And as much as we agree on a lot of things, I found that we also disagree. A lot of friendships end because people don't know how to resolve dispute.
Yeah.
I think we've managed to find a way to navigate disputes and disagreements and where we don't see eye to eye. How do your other friendships, I mean, I'm sure we're not the only people that you're friends with. You must have one or two other people. Mm-hmm. How do you navigate disagreements in those friendships?
Fuck it. You know what I mean? What's fun? You know what I mean? I forgot to tell you, there's one who called me. I've been spoken to in the past 3 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, how are you doing? I don't know even why we haven't spoken, why we're fighting and stuff. And apparently they told you, or like, you know, I'm not talking to Mankwe, you know. And you be like, oh, whatever. Because you know how.
Said that.
Yeah, that's what she said. Not whatever per se, but you know, if it was important to me, they came back to me and said, hey, listen, that person called me and they're concerned about the relationship. I haven't spoken to them in 3 years or 2 years. And I still had to send me out to choose, like, hey, whatever, too. Because they shapaba, you know, like, I actually miss this nigga. You know what I mean? Because one thing, and so, if I can cut, what's fine? They don't make a difference in my life. Yeah. Do I love them? Love them to bits. Do I still care about them? I do. And if you know me, with me personally, I've made a lot of friendships with a lot of females. You know, and stuff like that. But they must know one thing. Okay, I can cut them off anytime. And they can cut me off anytime. There's nothing going to change. The biggest relationship for me is this circle. Because even when I'm with them, they know this circle comes first. You know what I mean? Because this circle comes with a lot.
Because Narachi, so we come first.
You know, this circle is in Kinje, we're building each other. This is the friendship. Each one is the key. Say, like you got
booking appointment, charge per hour.
Yeah,
appearance.
There's a lot of people need this type of friendship that we do. Because you guys went to the same school, or because we're really in tune with ourselves. You know, we are content and we're honest with each other.
And and we were talking the other day, Limbana, and she was saying, if I see a future without you, and that future is okay, and I'm not sad about it, and I don't miss you, and I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, then I won't fight for that friendship.
Yeah.
And that is how, when she said that, I was like, I don't see my future and my success without my friends, without my immediate circle. And I wouldn't want to, because I would want to experience that with you. But if at any point in time we disagree and I look to the future and I'm like, what am I missing out on here? You know, if it's nothing at all, then it's not worth fighting for. And that's where we learn how to work on our disagreements, on the things that we don't agree with, is because truly, honestly, my life is whole because of the friends that I have. You guys make it possible for me to be the person that I am. You've developed me so much. I mean, you used to tease me. I don't know how we became friends, but
I built you. I built you.
Look, with the guys used to. I wasn't always this gorgeous, ne? So, you know.
See why I call it movie? It's because like.
I wasn't always this pretty, ne? And so I've had to work on my confidence. Mankwe made sure that I worked on my confidence by being mean. Mankwe was mean, guys. But I've learned that in him being mean, he was trying to make me a stronger person. I'm so grateful for that, because I am a stronger person. Guys, you can't tell me anything.
And you are like, nobody can tell us shit. I tease a lot of people. A lot of people know that Mankwe talks a lot. I tease girls, whatever, first time meeting. Some people's like, also Mankwe, you know what I mean? But if this had I've pushed it, I'll come back and apologize. Like, I thought maybe you will take it as a joke. Some people are very sensitive. Some people like it and you go up like, funny guy. You know what I mean?
Because Mankwe is a movie. Like, I mean, and I answer to it. Even in public where people don't know us and people are like, what did he just call her? Like you can hear people whispering. And I'm like, it's like, Moby. I'm like, yeah, what? And people are like, she answers to that name. I mean, and it becomes an issue with some of the people that I've dated, you know, because they don't want to, because people are very conscious about what people think about their partners. So people that I've dated have been like, okay, so this guy, Lekama, like it's not a nice name. It's not everyone would be accepting of it. I'm like, I'm not everyone, my guy, and that's why you're with.
And I'm not. I don't. It's not like I mean it. You know what I mean? That's just a name that's sticked.
I don't know why he wasn't something nice like pretty.
Nice.
Pretty.
Spell a nice way. Nice. No man, I call it like spade a spade. No, I like once again going back to your partners. It's like, what was strong, dude. But what was strong? That's my name, and I'm sticking to it.
Just to wrap up things here, how do you maintain a healthy friendship? Like, how do you go about it?
Honesty for me. Honesty for me is the biggest thing for me. I'm honest with our friendship firstly, who I am and my situation. I've never pretended. I won't call you up and make up lies about something. Do you know what I mean? If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. You know what to talk about you guys. At our time when you have to. Only to you. Only to you. Listen.
Jesus.
That's our friendship, you know. But you know, I don't do that shit with everyone, you know. That's our friendship. But yeah, with honesty, and honesty for me is everything. Be content, who you know who you are, you know, and be trustworthy. When you say you're gonna do something, do something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I will do something. I know not everything is about finance.
Yeah.
If I'm saying Kito support, can you just be there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I do, and I tend to. Somebody asks like, "Mankwe, why you always give out extra?" In general, I'm that type of person. You know what I mean? And you always play along because you are not charging with the flowers. I'm like, now I was doing the funeral one. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, look, yeah, okay, I made a little bit, but I still gave them more. Do you know what I mean? For me, as those, I look at those as blessings for me. Like, dude, do it then until I this part. You know, so I'm that type of person. So that's how I maintain my friendship with guys. I would always go an extra mile for you. I mean, if you do what you want for me, no problem. I'll always be that nigga.
I think generally when we talk about friendships, you need to align yourself with people that have a vision, and you may not have the same visions, but you have the same work ethic. Yeah. You have the same respect. Yeah. You have the same integrity.
Yeah.
You have an understanding of who these people are and how they want to work towards what they're going to get. And that is what has helped me to pick and choose who I want in my life as my friends. I want people that are going to compliment me, that are going to make sure that I become a better version of myself, people that are going to hold me responsible. I have become a better person because of the friends that I have. And that is where I see value in friendships. You cannot be with people and then not make a change in your life, a positive change. There's no point in that. There's really no point in just being with people for the sake of being with people. You ought to be with people that invest in you as much as you invest in each other. You have to have people that hold you accountable. You have to have people that support you, and not just word of mouth, but people that are present.
And people who pray for you.
People who pray for you. Our friends pray for each other. You know, people that wish the best for you. And I feel like people are so short of that. I mean, I can count 5 people that I can call when I am down and out, and a lot of people don't have that, and we take that for granted, and it's very sad.
That's like going back to somebody who say they don't have any friends. Like, so when I come on, because no, some people don't even have that family. So for me, I'm like, that's a huge of like I was sharp. We're not going to decide in Kenya. And so I don't want it's like that, because like you said, you need people that you can rely on. You know, yes, family or not, you really do need people you can rely on for any support. You know, emotionally, you know, for prayers, for anything. How it's a span going through, you need to know these people will be there. And remember what we also did a couple of years where we said, we've introduced our parents.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's people whose parents don't know, oh, menduta mali mama, see. You know, uba mutlo ka bita, tama le lerato. Hai lerato tsamisa mendi bisiu. You know what I mean? If something will happen to you, lerato balumka, khanti lerato vele ke rabeshe vele. But if your parents know them, you know, and they respect your parents, like mal lerato dula ka mo la is kichome so. That's the type of friendship you should have. Hai lerato takali ka funeral loko yun. Afitle maipope, no. Tanta kena muntu like a daughter muntu. You know what I mean? If you do timola, you lost mom, God forbid, kena whose ends on like, listen, I know my friends better than anyone else. So you want those type of friendships. You know what I mean? I could, God forbid, if something happens to someone close, I know for a fact that my friend's gonna be there. Now I could sit back, they're gonna like, okay, my friend, we're gonna need 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? And they're gonna do it, and I can relax, and I will actually be thankful to God, like, wow, God, you actually gave me good friends. You know what I mean? And that shit makes life easier. And I wish that I point for everyone.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? You know, it could be 2 friends, or it could be 1 person, you know, who does that for you. You know what I mean? I've heard a lot of people looked at into a partner. You know, my partner to and say, partner, we are partner. Do you know what I mean? But imagine if you had a 20-year relationship with somebody who they live familiar with by or no matter what, all the thing. I mean, that would be beautiful, and people should have that.
Absolutely, I agree.
People should have that.
Yo, it's always great having you. Please,
Man. Like I said, there's a lot we can touch base with this topic. But I enjoy it.
I love having you here.
If you can make it next time, guys, give me a shout out time.
We'll do that.
I'm always ready for this. I'll definitely love to do this again and again. But I hope Petla comes back because I have fun with him too when he's here.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Ships and Dips with Petla and Sharol. Subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Finny.
Thank you, guys.